Hi, Cubs. All right, here is today, Thursday's directions. We're going to go through what we're supposed to be doing for the telework um, documents today so that you know what you're doing, okay? Day 4, you could say it says living thing informational writing. And you need your living thing research, this research, your notes that you took on day 1, and a paper and pencil. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your living thing research to write an informational book. You're going to organize your writing using a table of contents, headings, different chapters. So your headings, of course, will be used in your chapters. And don't forget to use your own words when writing your book. That's really important. So that's one of the reasons why we said take notes and don't write like a whole piece of writing, is so that you made sure that you were using your own words. And then take pictures of each page and upload them to Dojo Class Portfolio. So this is my living thing research that I did on a mushroom, because a mushroom is a living thing. I kind of organized my notes based on what I read about mushrooms, and so my notes aren't super pretty, but I can read them, and that's the most important thing. So I already have kind of what I imagine my sections are going to be. So I'm going to just take off this. Oh, look, I've got some writing on this page. I'll turn the page again. And I'm going to start by making my table of contents. Well, first on a table of contents, I'm going to put the name of my book, mushrooms. You can name yours something much more creative, and maybe I'll make mine a little bit more creative in a little while. So number 1, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, what's probably the most important thing that I need to teach first? Like, what will be my introduction to mushrooms? And I guess what they are would be. So I would say I like to use questions as my chapter titles and headings. What are mushrooms? I bet a lot of us didn't even know a mushroom is not a plant, which is pretty cool. Number 2, I would say maybe, what kind of mushrooms are there? What kind of mushrooms are there? So I'm going to put a little check by that. I did this one. Maybe what do mushrooms need? What do mushrooms need? What else is something really important? That's how they grow. I think I'm going to check by that. Where they live. And instead of saying where do they live, I'll say where do mushrooms live? Oh, you know what? I wish I had said where can you find mushrooms? But I'll leave it like this for now. So there's that. I think maybe next would be this is about how they grow, and this is about their life cycle. So I think I'm going to do how do mushrooms grow? And then that's this one. And then I'm going to do what is a mushroom's, that's one mushroom, life cycle. So what is a mushroom's life cycle? A mushroom's life cycle. And number 7, because I do have 7, right? And my last thing is why mushrooms I got importance. So why mushrooms are important. I bet you didn't know that. Why mushrooms are I should say, no, instead of that, I'm going to say, why are mushrooms important? Because if I don't put it that way, then it's not a question. So there we go. I finished my table of contents. And now I would use my table of contents, and I would start writing each section in order, starting with what are mushrooms. And I'm not going to sit here and write the whole section. I'm just going to say what are mushrooms as my title, or my heading, excuse me. And then I would start writing over here. So I'd say something like mushrooms are curious little organisms. That means a living thing, right? Many people think are plants. But they aren't. And then I'd keep going. I would write that whole section, and then I would move on to my section number 2. And when you move to section number 2, if you still have room on that paper, you can start your section 2 in the middle of the paper as long as you give it a heading and its own, like a space between it. Okay? And so after you finish writing that, you're going to take a picture. Now, some of you might have already written what looks like an actual nonfiction piece with headings and everything. There were a couple of you who did that. So if you did that, my challenge to you is go back and see what can you add. Can you add a new section and make sure that you make yourself a table of contents. So go back and edit and improve, or I should say revise, right? Revise is when we add information and we make it better. So if you accidentally wrote a nonfiction piece of writing on Monday, now is your time to go revise it and make it better. All right, so that's language arts. And everybody advanced can do that too, because all the writing, we've done pretty much all writing with the exception of story time. So we've done a lot of writing, then that's okay. Day 4 in your STEM, if you're on second grade math, is an ice cream pictograph, which is a picture graph. You're going to need paper and a pencil, and it says conduct a survey with your family and your friends to determine which kind of ice cream they like most. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, or other. So we've already given you, I'm going to turn back to that page that had some. So we've already given you the information how you're going to take day. We gave you the kinds of ice cream. So let's see, I've got chocolate, Miss Kennemer's chocolate, and then we have vanilla, and then it says strawberry, and then it says other. Other just means their favorite things was not strawberry or chocolate or vanilla. Now, this might be hard. What if it's just you at your home and your mom? And you obviously need to ask more than 2 people. Well, the cool thing is that's what phones are for. So maybe your mom will let you call a family member, or maybe you can text a friend with your parents' permission and find out what they like. That is what Miss Candleberry did. Miss Candleberry texted my friends, I got to look at my phone to do this. I texted my friends and I asked them what's their favorite, that's right, ice cream. And what Miss Candleberry got was a whole bunch, that's my friend Amber, I got a whole bunch of others. Like a lot of others. Almost everybody chose other. So let me make sure that was everybody. All right, so that was all the people who I asked and that responded, and most of them said other. So when I create my pictograph, remember my pictograph needs to have a title. So favorite ice cream flavors, and I can use the same kind of boxes I used for my tally graph because I wanted to show me getting data. You do not have to do that if you don't want to. So I'm going to say chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, other. And then I've got to come up with my key. I think I'm going to do ice cream scoops. What do you guys think? Like I'm going to do cone, and a little ice cream scoop. So that's my key. So that equals one person. And then I'm going to fill in my pictograph. For example, I had one person who liked chocolate, so I'm going to draw my pictograph, my one person who liked chocolate. One. And then that's it. And then you answer the questions at the bottom, which is, which ice cream do your family and friends like most? Obviously, mine's other. Which ice cream do your friends and family like least? Strawberry. How do you know? Well, I know because nobody voted for strawberry, and I know because 7 people voted for other, which is way more than anything else. Upload photos, and then you're going to take a picture and you're going to upload it, all right? Make sure it's neat, okay? Don't forget your title. Don't forget to label. Don't forget to create your key. And my last thing to talk to you guys about today, it's been a little bit of a longer video than normal, is for my advanced math friends. So if that wasn't your math, this is your math today, your store math. And today is Thursday. You're going to create your last 2 shelves. So Miss Candleberry, if I've created all of these shelves, I created the soccer ball shelf yesterday. If I created all of these, my last 2 shelves I would make will be my Hogwarts Lego shelf and my slime shelf. As a reminder, friendly reminder, I don't need to do the budget yet. The budget is on for Friday. That's tomorrow's. So remember, my magic kits look like to remind you, you got to have the title, the name of the thing is on the shelving unit. You got to have how much it costs, and then you have to have the multiplication problem. And I just want you to look. If you look at this, it looks like an array. And that's kind of important because you have to have the rows and you have to have the columns, right? Or it's not an array. Right? So, for the magic kits, I had 3 shelves. 1, 2, 3. With 7 kits on each shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should look like an array of the multiplication problem you gave us. Okay? If it doesn't look like that array, then you might want to go back and fix it. And that's something else you can do today. After you finish those 2 shelves, that's all you have to do today. Tomorrow, you'll do your budget. All right? All right, everybody. Have a great day. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments. Bye.